Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to the southern wing of the Stink Bug Works. I haven't made any videos for a couple of days because, quite honestly, I don't have anything new to report. I've been straightening up the shop here and there and looking at other things, and I'm in a waiting game for parts. At first, I was going to make this bracket that held the outboard motor out of this piece of aluminum. And I got to thinking, I said, no, you know what, I'm going to make it out of carbon fiber. So I ordered some carbon fiber to make this that came on a slow boat from China. And I cut off a piece a little bit shorter than this. And I put it in the milling machine, and I was looking at the setup for drilling the holes that these bearings would go in that support all this stuff. And I'm using 1/4x8 bearings because I have them. And it turns out the only 1/4-inch reamer I have is a step reamer. And the step portion of it is so long that I can't really bore the full depth of the hole in the milling machine without cantilevering this thing out from the vise. And I really don't want to do it because I'd have to rotate it the other way, and I'm not 100% sure it's square in the other direction. I know it's square in this direction, but I don't know about that direction, which means I'd have to chuck it up on some parallels. And anyway, I ordered a set of reamers that I can sneak up on that 1/4-inch. I got a .2498, 2.2499, or I think I got a .97, .98, .99, and a .00. So I can sneak up on a 1/4-inch because I want these bearings in here tight. And if I have to ream the hole a couple of tenths smaller to get the bearings really tight in there, I'll do that. And then these little caps that we're going to go down on top of it, because the carbon fiber is not much thicker than this, and the bearings are 1/8 of an inch thick. I'm going to put a little doubler on here and let the bearings sink into there. So that's going to be some complicated machining, but it can all be done. And then lastly, I got to thinking about the cavitation plate. And I can do it one of two ways: cut a slit in the cavitation plate, and all this stuff would fit down in there. But then the parts that you squeeze up against this mount and up against this strut, that would be putting stress on the glue joint. So instead, I'm going to cut a 1/16 inch slit to allow this strut to go through it, and I'll drill a 1/8 inch hole to allow the pin go through it, and then everything else will get glued down to the cavitation plate, except for this last little portion that pinches the strut. I'm not going to glue that portion right there to the cavitation plate. And in fact, I may take this surface and right here step it up a couple of thousandths so it doesn't touch there. That allows that some flexibility, because when you tighten this screw, things are going to move. And so I need to allow for that to move. This one's not so critical because the thickness will be such that all it's really got to be is snug. This thing, on the other hand, holding the strut, has to be Guten tight. Not Gorilla tight, but Guten tight. This all it needs to be is snug and a pinch. So there you go, boys and girls. Just some more thinking whilst I'm waiting for tooling, not parts, tooling. I'm waiting for tooling this time so I can build. This is going to be a complicated structure because it has to be so precise. I can't have this thing flopping around out there. I want it as snug as I can get it. And the only way to get it snug is to build it precise. And the only way to build it precise is don't use a 1/4-inch drill for the bearings. Use a .2499 reamer. There you go. So I thought I'd just say hi. Haven't seen you in a while. Until next time, boys and girls, jet out.